All right, cool. So yeah, I'm here with you, Tiffany. I didn't do my hair. I didn't do anything special. This is a talk between you and I about
Okay.
black hair. Okay.
Okay.
So
I
a lot of people keep asking me, and I kind of know this, but I really don't know how to explain it. Why isn't it okay for people to just walk up and touch black women's hair? We've heard like, don't ever walk up and touch a black woman's hair. Why is
so
that?
that is the number one rule. The first most important reason is germs. You know, your hands are the number one carrier of germs. I don't want your germs. You don't want my germs. Just respect our personal space. Don't do it. Rule number two, I mean, it's just some people, their energy isn't the same as your energy, and you might not want that in your personal space, touching your hair that we invest a lot of time and care into. It's just, it's about personal space. You just don't want to disrespect anyone by doing it. Transferring of energies is a real big thing to a lot of people. Your energy might not be as good as theirs, and they don't want it in their personal space.
So do you think it has anything to do with the like how you set it up, how it's braided? You don't want somebody to mess it up. Does that have anything to do with it as well?
A lot of the times that's not it, because with African American hair, it's not hard to mess up. You know, it can take a lot of things. It's just really about being clean and just not being in my personal space, honestly. I don't feel like you're going to mess it up by touching it or feeling it. I know it's a thing that a lot of people want to experience, but if you haven't been invited to do it, don't do it.
Let's talk about a lot of white people ask me, they're shocked that we don't have to wash our hair every single day, most of us. Can you explain kind of why is that?
So, with washing our hair, when you wash hair for African Americans, you take out a lot of the good nutrients and oils that we need to keep our scalp healthy and thriving. So, a lot of the times we do that on a maintenance schedule. We don't do it every day, we don't do it every 2 days unless you're like an athlete and you need to have sweat removal or debris removal from your hair that often. You don't wash it that often. Maybe once a week. With locks, it's about once every 3 weeks, once a month. It just depends on your activities, the type of things that you do on a regular basis. But for us, shampooing our hair too often is not a good thing. We just don't do it.
Why does it take so long for us to get our hair done? Why are we sitting there for hours? Because she's like, I'm in for 2 or 3 hours and I'm done. Why does it take us so long?
Okay, so it definitely depends on the person. Each person has a different texture hair, thickness of hair, grade of hair. All of that matters. If it's a very tight curly pattern, it's going to take us longer to maintain that, to tame it down, comb through it, all of the above. It's kind of like when white girls have super curly hair, they have to detangle a longer time. It's the same thing. It just takes us a little longer to detangle, to work through it. Sometimes we have a whole bunch of hair and you have to do it in sections. It's not as easy to do as it is for Caucasians. It is a lot quicker for them. It's some of them, I'll say some, because I do have some Caucasian clients with super thick hair, and it still takes 3 and 4 hours for me to get through them. But for majority of them, it's a quicker service. It's easier to work through because their hair isn't as thick, and it doesn't have as many textures either.
Mhm.
It's straight or curly for them. It's not really much in between. There's a little wavy
So
here or there.
describe, if you can, I'm putting you on the spot, black hair in 3 words. Just 3 words. It doesn't have to be a sentence. Just how would you describe black hair?
I would describe black hair as number one, beautiful, thick, and healthy.
That's a good
That's me.
answer. That's a really good answer. Why is our hair so unique, Tiffany?
I don't have the answer to that. I really don't know why or how it became so unique, but it is extremely different from the rest, and it's something you can't see it coming. Each person that comes in the door is absolutely different. I do not do the exact same thing for each person. What a guy's hair gets, a woman might not need, or what she gets, he might not need, and they sometimes might need the same thing. So it's always different. It's always evolving. We always have new trends, new things we're adding to make it different. And that's what makes it different, I believe. It's never the same. It's never A or B. It's always many different things put together.
And how would you describe a woman trying to express herself who's cut off all of her hair. For instance, Tiffany Haddish recently did that. How would you describe the meaning behind that?
I feel like at that time there was a struggle between mainstream and natural hair. Us being accepted from what grows out of our hair naturally is it's not common at all. If you see me when I wake up in the morning, I'm probably not going to be accepted to come straight to work like that. I'm going to have to tame it in some form or fashion. So she's struggling with appearing nice and neat and professional and put together, and straight hair versus curly hair, natural hair versus permed hair. She's struggling with all these things that are pulling her in all different directions. And you just get overwhelmed and you're like, cut it all off. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to worry about it. I just want to be free. So she got gained her freedom just by letting it all go. You know, I don't want to worry about if I'm doing straight today, if I have to comb it tomorrow. She just wanted pure freedom. She didn't want to have to fight between being accepted with anything anymore.
Right, right. And would you consider black hair, do you think it's spiritual for us?
A lot of people, it is very spiritual, which is why I said that your energy will transfer. If it doesn't mean something to you, if you don't invest in your hair, if you don't care for your hair and enrich your hair, I don't want you to touch mine, because I do all of those things for mine. It's very important for me. I've had locks for 14 years and I don't wear them down often because I don't want them to touch things that I'm not okay with. It's not clean. It's not something that I want to sacrifice. So yes, it's very spiritual for us. It has a deep meaning behind it. And that's why you don't reach out and just touch.
Awesome. And so, Tiffany, you do my hair, you retwist my hair, and
I
you're
do.
retwisting. The most questions I get all the time is, how is
Mhm.
that done? You're actually retwisting hair right now.
I am. So I use a method which is locksmithing and palm rolling. So palm rolling, it will smooth this out, but it won't tame this section of the hair. So we do a little locksmithing, which is back and forth motion. Excuse me. Which is back and forth motion to lock that hair in, and then we palm roll it down. We also part it off so that you can see the scalp is clean, it's neat. I'll turn so you can see better. So
Yeah.
this is new growth. This is how it grows out natural from his scalp. This is what he wakes up like in the morning, and this is how we tame it and keep it neat.
I just want to break out and say to all of my fans out there, if you never see me turn left, turn right, because I got those nappy roots. And I need to go see Tiffany. That's
Come see
why.
me.
I stay with my shoulders all to the front, just bow face. There's no about face. You just look forward. That's it.
It's
But
okay.
that's
Well, I support your natural. It's okay.
your own oils too. That I've emptied
I
that
do.
bottle, by the way.
I do make my own oils. I use my own products. I like to use aloe and all natural things. I don't like to use a lot of store-bought things because they have been cut a lot. They have a lot of ingredients in them that aren't so healthy. So I keep it very natural. Okay, I don't know if you can see, but I support that. I have books here for my kid clients. So there's some hair books over here that I love. These books, they help kids understand their hair because they go to school and they see different hair textures and they want that. And it's not always achievable, but sometimes it is. So these books help them with the journey to accept themselves, love themselves, no matter what type of hair they have. These are very good things on the market.